We have a Saturday night main event. Our Shade Talent was at the Exxxotica. And Jade Cargill turned heel. And more to discuss here on the Smoke This Over podcast family's addition to pro wrestling punditry. I'm talking about none other than this podcast, Pro Wrestling Smoke, people. And this wonderful podcast is brought to you by PassDat Apparel. You can find them on TeePublic at PassDat Inhalation Partners. SmokeKind.com, the king of THCA, and it's mailed straight to your door. And she is the queen of porn. Now she's the queen of CBDs. We're talking about pain relief, stress relief. We're talking about Sara, Jade, CBD.com. Please use my promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off your next order from SarahJCBD.com. How y'all doing this week? I know y'all wondering when the fuck I'm going to drop these pro wrestling smokes. I don't either. I do so much recording and working a 9 to 5. I had to find time to actually record the shit. So trust me, at some point during the week, you will get a pro wrestling smoke. When? I don't know. But trust me, it'll be before Friday or what have you. But either way, I am here to discuss this week in pro wrestling from AEW, WWE, MLW, wherever, as well as Ashe Wrestling. Speaking about Ashe Wrestling, I forgot to mention last week that Calvin Tankman showed up to close to midnight, interrupting YaYa's interview, calling out Bishop Kaun for the Pan-African title. And let's take a look, shall we? Hold on, let me find it. Here we go. Let's go.
Everybody's calling their shot. I guess I better come out here and call my own. Me and you? Eventually I'll get to you. The person I want, they didn't show up today. But I saw your tweets. I saw that you wanted to lock up with Heavyweight Hustle. But Kaun, one thing you gotta learn is, you gotta watch who you calling out. Don't tug on Superman's cape, because he may just come and take your title by any means. Everybody's calling their shot.
Wow. Calvin Tankman is back against Bishop Kaun. And it's funny, I like the way that he just shut down YaYa. He was like, I get back to you. I'm here for Bishop Kaun. But let me make this clear. I am so looking forward to Calvin Tankman versus YaYa. Now, that's going to be a barn burner of a match. And like I said, Calvin Tankman was in MLW. Very surprised that he's not there now. He's one of the top guys in the Indies. He's a horse. I had the pleasure of watching him live in DPW. I didn't get a chance to meet him. But I'm a huge Calvin Tankman fan. And I'm all for that match. Now, the question is this match going to go down at the anniversary? I do not know. But also at the same token, you just set up him and YaYa. So we'll see. Speaking about Ashe Exxxotica, I saw that Darius Carter, as well as Faye Jackson, was in attendance at Exxxotica. And now I really hate that I ain't go this year because I missed seeing Faye Jackson up close and meeting her face to face, and the Moriarty of professional wrestling, Darius Carter. And let you know that, pro wrestlers watch porn stars. I mean, hell, RVD, his wife, she has OnlyFans. I don't need to say no more. And she gets down. You feel me? Plus also Nadia White, she's a pro wrestler who's actually a porn star. I was trying to get her on the damn show, but we know how that works, people, for the Smokers Lounge. So there have not been any matches announced yet for the next event. I think that's coming up. I'm curious to see what matches will go down. Would it be a tag match? I haven't seen any promos, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have any news for Ashe at this point in time. You feel what I'm saying? But as it comes in, we will talk about it. So now, I was watching Evolve just a couple minutes ago. I caught up with it. And I saw that Gentala had a match. And she lost to Mason Holiday. Now, which is funny because Mason Holiday don't never win shit on Evolve with her sexy ass. And also I saw Jai, who is a comedian / YouTuber. He's starting to appear on Evolve more. So if you're watching Evolve and if you know who got released, you can start seeing the seeds being planted for their release. One of the guys that wrestled at Ashe the last show, Jacqueline, damn, I can't think of his name. He made his Evolve debut in a promo where him and two other guys would introduce themselves and Brooke Jensen came out. But I'm very surprised that Gentala got released. From looking at her, she looks like money. She now have changed her name. I know she's going to be eventually doing some indie stuff. And Zeta Steel, she's already getting her shit off on the indies. But like I said, Gentala, it very surprised me that she got released. And Jaquin, I hope he has a very good run in Evolve. And I'd love to see him on NXT. And also, speaking about NXT, I am so looking for this. Sugar, a.k.a. Lucky Ali, will be rekindling his feud, which he had at DPW down here in North Carolina against Javon Evans. And apparently they're setting up a tag feud with, which I'm not surprised that they were going to make Deion Slater and him a tag team to go against Dark State. I did happen to see Halloween Havoc. It was a pretty good show for NXT. To me, I think the best match was, I have to say, Ethan Page and Dr. Wagner Jr. and Helio Dr. Wagner. Wagner, because how you supposed to say it. Very good match. Blake Monroe is now the North American champion, so we're going to see what happened because she made an announcement on this last NXT that she will be defending the title of the next big event, and I'm curious to see who's going to be the person that goes against her. As far as Zarya is now trying to win the Speed title, which Zoe Ruka had to give up due to her injury. They continued the Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints feud. Ricky Saints retained the title this past week. Trick Williams had a rough go of it for 2 weeks in a row. He lost the TNA title to Santana and then turned around and lost to Ricky Saints. So him and Ricky Saints will be meeting, I think, in 2 weeks for a I Quit match. Plus, Miles Bourne got attacked. So Trick Williams kind of set up a feud with him and Miles Bourne. And Miles Bourne, of course, gets to go against Josh Briggs because he defeated Travion. God damn it, with Travion and all that good stuff. So, also I see they're trying to set up this Gold Rush where all these belts are going to be on the line for 2 weeks for NXT. And they had the Evolve title being defended with Kendall Gray, of course, who won the belt from Too Strong, Callie Armstrong, defended it against Lash Legend. I was very surprised that Lash Legend got a title shot for Evolve, and one of your biggest draws on NXT takes a loss to Kendall Gray. I wouldn't have. Booking, I'm going to keep one with you. Y'all sit here and want to question Tony Khan booking. We'll get to that in a minute because his booking been on point lately. But y'all don't question Shawn Michaels' booking. Why would I have Lash Legend go against there's other people. You just had Thea Hale on Evolve last week. Why not have her go against Kendall Gray? Why Lash Legend? You know what I'm saying? Actuality, I still want to see more of her and Jada Parker. You know, period. Which I'm still waiting on them to give Jada Parker a title shot. Tatum Paxley becoming a champ. I like what they're trying to do with her. Of course, we know we got a return match coming with her and JC Jane. That was actually a damn good match. I'm not even going to front. I knew that they were going to put the belt on Tatum Paxley when she won because the way I see that he's putting the belt on people that you wouldn't expect to be champ. Because no one, once again, didn't think JC Jane was going to be champion. Ain't no way in hell anyone thought that it was going to be Tatum Paxley. Which I'm not mad at it. Because also you setting up the long term for her Easy Dane. You get it? Now, we had a heel turn with Kalani Jordan. She went against Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace is now becoming the bridesmaid, not the bride lately, because it's crazy how Blake Monroe comes in. She wins the title. If you know, I'm just being honest. The TNA talent do not get run with belts. You feel what I'm saying? It's Jordan Grace has not won one title. And she done wrestled for the the NXT title twice. I don't know if she wrestled the North American Women's title, but this match, she goes, funny how you put her in a match for a belt that she done held 3 times over. But I get to turn Kalani Jordan heel because she won the match by hitting Jordan Grace with the belt. So, and made sense for the heel turn because one, they kicked, if you've been watching some of the vignettes, they kicked out of the locker room in NXT. They look at her as a traitor. She doesn't necessarily fit in with TNA, but so much. And I kind of like the heel turn. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this. Because for you to keep her as the TNA knockout champion, you got to put some sauce on it, man. I'm just saying. Trying to think what else happened. From what I understand, I heard that Tank and Tank will be challenging for the Noah Tag Championship. It's like WWE is like everybody they partner with, they want to have one of their people hold the belt. I'm just saying. So I did happen to see AAA, their latest event. I watched that. It was very good. Lola Vice is going to end up being Reina Parena's champ at some point. Because they putting her over their top female talent. The Y6 continued their feud with Pagano and Psycho Clown, which I find interesting. They have not involved the Psycho Circus in that beef because during the match, which the guys was having with another tag team for the belt, Mecha Wolf and El Macias came out and attacked the tag champs. Psycho Circus ran them off, but then the Y6 showed up and decimated them. So why are you not involving the Psycho Circus in the war? That booking is puzzling me. I would like to see the Wyatt Six go against the Psycho Circus, Murder Clown, and the rest of them. It was funny. Like, you tell me the Psycho Circus after beating up Mercedes didn't notice that the Wyatt Six was down in the ring and they didn't come to help. It like this. Look, this WWE partnership with the TNA, a lot of this shit is like uneven, man. That's why I have to give AEW credit and even MLW credit with their partnerships with CML. They give CML something. They give them something. New Japan, they give them something. But WWE don't give them nothing. Name one TNA other than the Hardys that won a NXT title. Now we about to have, I think, Joe Henry go after the North American title. We already know how that's going to end because ain't no way in the hell y'all going to let Joe Henry, who's still under contract with TNA, as much as you love him, be the North American champion. I would be shocked that happens. It's like people don't, let's be honest, that the partnerships with AAA and all that, it's not favorite. It might help them get more visibility, but it's not lending to you putting over AAA, you putting over TNA. Put over means one of their wrestlers that's under contract for them actually holds an NXT title. We done had the AAA tag titles held by a tag team that can't even win the SmackDown tag titles and not even in the running. And we ain't seen them on TV in God knows how long. You got the Mega Champion title on Dominic Mysterio. I got no issue with that. But y'all would never let Vikingo be the Intercontinental Champion. Let's have the conversation. And Vikingo's becoming a good heel. And I'm going to tell you what really fucked my head up. El Grande Americano is a fucking face in Mexico. Imagine that. So with that being said, now WWE, we got Saturday night main event. Well, as you know, Saturday night main event will be going down this Saturday at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Peacock, so you don't have to worry about going to ESPN, which, okay, I'm just going to say this. ESPN on smart TVs suck. It keeps going out, coming back in. If you try to watch a replay, it'll go out and take you right back to the beginning. It's funny how WWE, their live on ESPN actually sucks, man, as far as the feed and the whole nine. But on NXT is on point. On Peacock is on point. The ESPN app is kind of sucky, but I get it because it allows me to watch WWE pay-per-views, PLEs, as they like to call them, and I can talk about them. Yeah, so I'm spending money just for this podcast. I hope y'all happy. Well, first of all, Braun Breaker is not in the title picture. And I was listening to the Russo talk, and a lot of people talk about it. Why wouldn't they pull the trigger on Braun Breaker? And I agree. I thought that it was going to be Braun Breaker versus CM Punk. He just took out Seth Rollins. And then y'all made sure not to put him nor Bron Breakker, him and Bronson Reed in the over-the-top battle royal to decide who will face CM Punk. Ended up being Jey Uso, which the fans not too happy about that. And I ain't even going to front. I mean, Jey Uso versus CM Punk for the world title. I get safe. Now, should Bron Breakker defeat CM Punk for the title? Let's make this clear. The reason why Bron Breakker did not have the belt put on him, because the long-term booking is that they want Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And they want the World Heavyweight title involved. At some point, you're going to get Roman and Seth Rollins, which I'm curious how they're going to happen, because you practically de facto made Seth a babyface coming back, because people are going to expect him to get his payback on the Vision. And you got to actually handle that storyline before you move on. So it wouldn't surprise me, my enemy of my enemy is my friend, that him and CM Punk end up being partners going against the Vision. I'm just saying. So because of that, that's the reason why they didn't put the belt on Bron Breakker, because they don't want. I noticed that, right? It's like, I didn't even think about it. They don't have champions under the age of 30. If you look at the history of pro wrestling, even AEW, name one motherfucker that held the belt under the age of 30, except for MJF. Because MJF was the only champion recently in both promotions, actually all the promotions, to be a world champion and was not the age of 25. But everybody else is 30 and up. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Does Bron Breakker really need the world title, the world heavyweight title right now? I think they want those guys to have a run as tag champs. As tag champs. I think that's what's going to actually happen. Tag titles. Because that's the only reason, because they got to have a belt at some point, because you had Bronson Reed beat Roman. Bron Breakker takes out Seth. I heard a rumor that they were talking about having him win the tag titles, I guess from AJ Lee and Dragon Lee. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm like, why didn't they put the belt on Bron Breakker? I mean, right now he got the strap to his back, but I feel that they want to hold it off for another year. They want to get Seth Rollins back first so they can set up whatever it is. Even to the point that it wouldn't surprise me that the match that he wins the World Heavyweight title is a triple threat dealing with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So I'm just saying. Speaking about the tag titles, Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, aka Dragon Style. They definitely gonna the Judgment Day proved their merit. Where the Judgment Day, JD Madonna, thank you for allowing him to go over on Sheamus, fellow countryman. I would love to see all three of them in a clique. You know, the Ireland, you call themselves goddamn Inglorious Bastards. But anyway, they're going to finally get the return title match. I hope I don't know why they are really holding up this Judgment Day breakup. Because now we were thinking that at some point, Dominic Mysterio was going to have a title program against Finn Balor, and we didn't getting that. I think what happened was that they were heading into that direction until they acquired AAA. And they said, no, we need the Judgment Day to stick around a little bit longer because we need Dominic to be the man down at AAA. We can't have him take losses. We can't have him losing the Continental Belt. We can't have him in the feud. Because right now, let's be real, Dominic is like the man in AAA right now. The man. The man. I'm just saying. So, now, I think they're going to continue Penta versus Rusev, which I would like that feud. I'm curious to see when Penta actually going to win a singles title at some point. Everybody was so mad about the commercial, the shoes. Yeah, everyone talking about who was going to be that might show up and who the shoes is going to be, and it was commercial for next year's WrestleMania. It was Cody Rhodes shoes. So now, since we got that out of the way, and of course, Jade Cargill turning heel. Now, we'll get to all that in a second. First up, we're going to begin with probably the match is going to start the night. Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. Now, this is the second time Drew McIntyre is facing Cody Rhodes. And y'all do remember when they talked about the match where I think it was SummerSlam or not SummerSlam. I can't remember which pay-per-view it was. Cody versus Drew. They came to Triple H and said, have Drew McIntyre win the title because Randy Orton turned heel and took out Cody. To set up Cody and Randy Orton. Interesting, Drew McIntyre gets a second shot at the title. I think Drew going to win. I think Drew is going to win. I mean, come on, people. He won the World Heavyweight title and ended up losing that because of what happened with CM Punk. People been saying that, damn, we didn't get a chance to see him as champ after the pandemic. Technically, your top heel. And Cody done had the belt for a minute. Because I think what's going to happen is Cody's going to have multiple reigns with the title similar to what happened with John Cena. You will never see a moment where Cody is not in the heavyweight title picture. It would never be title picture. Actuality, I think they might set up, you know what I'm saying, him and Drew at WrestleMania. Because we got Royal Rumble coming up. It depends on if Drew beats him clean, which I don't think. They may go with the storyline where Randy Orton comes in and costs him the match. And it sets up the feud with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. They both chasing after Drew McIntyre. We get a new coat of paint on the WWE title. And we get to see Cody chase. Because it seemed like, don't get it twisted, Cody had a good title run, but it seemed he kind of like his dad. We love seeing him chase it and finally get it versus him having it. Because a lot of people been saying that things been stale, not as exciting. You know what I'm saying? This is like the last WrestleMania. The crown jewel, he lost to Seth Rollins. And if you notice, the champion that loses the crown jewel match eventually loses his title that a month or two later. Cody defeated Gunther last year. Gunther lost to Jey Uso. You get me? Cody loses to Seth Rollins this year. Drew McIntyre, people. There you go. I'm putting my stamp on Drew McIntyre winning and becoming the champ. I'm looking forward to a Drew McIntyre run. You understand me? Next up is it was made official because it supposed to be a number one contenders match with Rusev and Penta, where Grande Americano and the Americanos interfered in the match, causing a DQ to help their friend Dominic. Pierce said, fuck that shit. We have a triple threat. We already know who's going to win this match. They're not getting the belt off of Dom. Dom right now is hot. He's the mega champion. He is the Intercontinental champion. He is right now the top Hispanic wrestler. No, he is not losing the title right here. I'm going to be real with you. Who would beat him? Unless you're talking about Finn Balor becoming champ or JD Madonna. Because you had Jamie Madonna gets a big win over Sheamus with the help of Finn Balor, but you know what I'm saying. But plus, how many times Penta done wrestled Dominic Mysterio for this title, and he never. We know what's going to happen. Dominic's going to retain. He's going to cheat because they're not going to put on Rusev. They ain't got the balls put on Penta right now. If anybody, if you're going to get the belt off of Dominic, I would love it to be Penta. Then Penta can set up something where he challenges for the Mega Champion title, where he gets the opportunity to wrestle back in AAA. I mean, he don't win, but I want to see. I want to see Penta win a singles title. Give me a fucking break. He's one of the most over luchadors, and y'all have over and over again. You keep giving him a match against Dom for the Intercontinental title, and you have him lose. You actually is crushing his beans. You killing his booking. You won't put him with Phoenix so they can be a tag team. Because everybody want to see that shit. Yeah, they could have been tag champs as we speak. I would love to see the Wild Sick against the Lucha Bros. But apparently, y'all want to have Penta have his single run, but you ain't put the Intercontinental title on it. So, no, I'm not expecting Penta to win this match. I'm not expecting Rusev to win this match. Dominic, LOL, wins again. By dubious means. I don't know what's going to happen. Rusev had the match won. Dominic going to jump in, push him out of there, and pin Penta. Penta's going to take the pin. And what this is going to set up is Penta and Rusev having a feud. Because why are you going to keep Penta chasing this dude? And you know it's kind of like, okay, can we move on to another feud? I like the AJ and I like the fact y'all moved on for AJ. Y'all keep coming back to Penta. But how many times you gonna have Penta wrestle this man, he don't win the belt? You killing his booking. I'm just saying. So now, after that, Let's talk about Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill did a heel turn. She came to the aid of Tiff Stratton and then decimated Tiffany Stratton. I gotta put this out. God damn it. Hold on. Hey, I'm recording real quick. I'm gonna call you back. There's one of my co-hosts, Queen B. You know what I'm saying? With Queen Bunny B. Let's go. All right. Damn, what was it? This is my take. In my unpopular opinion. Y'all fucked up her booking by trying to make the motherfucker a face. I'm going to say it again. Y'all fucked up Jade Cargill's booking by one, trying to make her a face, two, putting in a tag team. Y'all should have gave her the Goldberg treatment. She should have been wrestling, squashing motherfuckers. Her and God damn it. Rodriguez, hold on. Where's that damn girl? The one from Judgment Day, I'm sorry, I feel terrible. Rachel Rodriguez, yes. I'm getting fucking old. Anyway, Rachel Rodriguez, they don't need to do shit but big woman moves. Kevin Nash was so on point about Rachel Rodriguez, and when she changed her style, oh my God. It's the same thing with Megan Bain. You know what I like about Megan Bain? She don't do shit complicated. She shows off her power. Olympia for AEW shows off her power. That's what I love about Camille. Camille won't try to do a whole bunch of flippity-doo-dah shit. She dominated your ass. I get Jordan Grace because Jordan Grace is short. She's not a big girl. She's just strong. Charity King. But Savannah Evans, nothing pretty. Big girl movements. Jay don't need to do too much. She can do the John Cena 5 moves of death, and we won't argue. She might get into some athletic shit here and there, but save that for the big matches. She should have been squashing her way for a damn year. No, you put in a damn tag team. Even though I love don't get it twisted, I loved the heel turn with Naomi. And the match that she had with Naomi, don't get it twisted, Naomi carried it. I love Jade Cargill, but bruh. Naomi carried the match. Let's keep it 100. I'm just being real. But let me give you an alternate reality. The person that turned on was Bianca Belair. Now imagine a heel Naomi and a heel Jade Cargill. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Just like, for example, y'all should never turn Nia Jax's face. It's certain females should never be a face. It don't work. It don't work. Nia Jax don't work. Her sexy ass, that beautiful thickness, need to stay healed. Jade Cargill should have never been a face. This is the Jade Cargill I wanted to see. Thank you. This is the Jade Cargill that I should have saw from day one. So, once again, if they're wrestling twice, 9 times out of 10, wrestling logic, Jade Cargill will win the title. Oh, Tiffany lost to Stephanie Vicura in the Crown Jewel match. What did I say about that role? Who the loser loses the title later on. Jade Cargill is taking the title. And you know what I think should happen? No disrespect. I do like Tiff Stratton. This should be a squash match. This shouldn't even be a competition. 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, Jade Cargill dominating her ass and put her away. It shouldn't even be competitive. Jade Cargill should be your new monster. Hall of Pain, Mark Henry type shit. Let's go. I'm just saying. So there you go, people. Now, the next match, let me see, let's get back to it, is, of course, for the vacant world title, CM Punk, Jey Uso. Now, I have an A and B on this. A, match ended up being no contest because the Vision breaks up the match. Because this is a Saturday Night Live. This is a Saturday night main event. This is not necessarily a PLE. This is a special event. So it's like Raw on Peacock. SmackDown on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? The question is if... Hold up, give me 1 second, because damn, freeze is still open. Okay. The question that I pose to you is, they hint into it that Paul keep telling them to chill, wait, relax, your time will come, and they're like, because think about what Ron Breaker said. Why didn't we just put ourselves into the damn shit and just dominate and beat everybody's ass and throw them out the ring? And then we remember Paul Heyman, explained to them why they shouldn't do that. Did that not plant the seeds in my opinion, that, and we haven't seen them interact with Jey Uso nor CM Punk leading up to this. So A, they're gonna break up the matches, no contest. Now, what that set up, I don't know, because actually, it makes sense because Survivor Series, we have War Games. Now, I don't think the MFTs are going to do a War Games match. I see a Survivor Series match. The question is, who will be the participants? But the War Games, because they already penciled in Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, they said Austin Theory, and then of course the fifth, Brock Lesnar. So it would make sense that they break up that match so that the world heavyweight title would be vacated a little bit longer. Or B, which ends with the Vision decimating regardless, CM Punk wins. I don't see Jey Uso getting another title run. Not over CM Punk. Because we still got their money match, their money feud is Seth Rollins and CM Punk. People, you understand something. There's one feud that WWE is going to have, which is overarching, which is going to have long-term build. It's Seth Rollins, CM Punk. from the day that he came back to WWE and Seth Rollins lost his noodle when he saw him. Remember, Drew just left. Seth was losing his noodle. That's the feud. You get what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what's going to happen with AJ Lee, and because we haven't seen AJ Lee in a minute. We have seen that she mentioned the Intercontinental title. She has mentioned Becky. Right now, I guess Becky and Renee Dupree, I mean, yeah, that's her name. I think that's a holdover feud until they get to AJ Lee and her for the Intercontinental title, which, trust me, AJ Lee is about to win the Intercontinental title. So, like I said, I see CM Punk winning. Now, loving the Kabuki Warriors and Asuka and what's going on with them. I didn't even see Rhea Ripley this week. Didn't even see Io Sky. So I'm wondering what on the back burner was going on with them. But I'm seeing that the Kabuki Warriors are now trying to challenge for the women's tag title. I hope that Charlotte and Alexa Bliss continue to be tag champs for a nice long time. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think they have actually elevated the women's tag title in WWE. I mean, the match has been must see compared to past. I mean, this match they did with Bayley and Live Valkyria, yeah, come on. But the Kabuki Warriors, no, this is going to be I'm looking forward to this match. Very surprised it didn't have, I guess, with Saturday Night Main Event, because the timing of NBC, they want them to be finished before Saturday Night Live. I remember that conversation when they were doing it back in the day. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, that's what they're starting at 7. But the point I'm trying to make is that I am very surprised they didn't add that match, but I think they like keeping it to like a 5-match minimum. So that is pretty cool. Anything else in WWE, I don't feel like even looking at for the most part. And the rest of it was what it was. So now let's move on to before I move on to AEWA, I did see MLW. Right now they got the Opera Cup going on. We have a CMLL finals as Valdalia. Give me 1 second. LW Wrestling, yes, this. Give me 1 second. We have Mystical battles Valador Jr. in the finals. All this going down in Charleston. Oh, shit. Killer Cross will be wrestling against Matt Riddle. I'm looking forward to that. And the Skyscrapers, Dreyer and Dijak, be going against the Good Brothers. So the Good Brothers has now made it to MLW. MLW been stepping their game up, ladies and gentlemen. MLW been stepping their game up. I need to watch. Now, I heard, I'll get to that in a second. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. There's some more news on that. But this is what I mean by partnerships. The Opera Cup is actually, finals is going to rekindle a feud between two guys who wrestle in CMLL. You would never see that in WWE. Oh no, if they did the Dusty, if they did any fucking King of the Ring, that's like doing the King of the Ring, and the finals is the Kingo versus Psycho Clown. That will never happen in the history unless both them fuckers inside of WWE. That's some real shit. That's what I mean by partnerships. They're putting over CMLL. Why? Because they got them in the finals of their biggest tournament. But WWE would not put a belt on any of their partners' wrestlers. But they'll gladly take their partner's title and put it on WWE guys. No one talks about it. None of the proponents want to discuss that. They don't want to bring that conversation up. But what kind of partnership is it that, yeah, I can get your belts, but you can't get mine? You can't get mine. So, the war between Mods Kruger and the Skyscrapers, the last couple of matches have not had any like finish. It's just been a war. So I don't know what they got. I already know about to happen. Either the Skyscrapers going to lose the next show, lose the next match, because going to lose the next. If they lose the titles, it's because Mod come and interfere. So, but no, I'm just saying, MLW, I need to check it out. What happened. Now, I also heard word that supposedly Vince Russo is now, I think, booking or writing for NWA. I know Jim Cornette like, what the fuck? I know Jim Cornette like, this bastard somehow finds a way to get his ass. I have been watching NWA. I think right now, I think they're doing the Crockett Cup. Well, I think they doing the Crockett Cup, what have you. I know Hammerstone just had a match with Kerry Morton. The NWA ain't bad. It's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's something I watch it. It's interesting, the underlying story, and I see the booking that they're trying to set up is that the McKenzie sisters are going to feud at some point. I do expect Natalia Markova to eventually win the NWA, the NWA women's title. Because, I mean, once again, how many times you had this woman wrestle Kylie Page and she loses? You know what I'm saying? Hell, you got Idol. He's a television champ, which he actually been having some good matches and so forth. Carson Drake, I'm getting to like him. I'm actually beginning to like him or what have you. The NWA is pretty good. I'm loving the territory system. I would love to see them expand in North Carolina at some point. What's more NWA than North Carolina? We was the Mid-Atlantic. Actually, they should bring back the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title. Let's go there. Mr. Corrigan, can we do a Mid-Atlantic title? I mean, you got the Texas title. I mean, you got the Midwest title, the Exodus Pro title. I'm like, can we get some love here in North Carolina? You know, but I'm just saying. I mean, because Ashe is all black, we don't want to fuck that up. I don't think it goes with the marketing. They have a white person there. I'm just saying, it's like, hey, you got white people over there in Tennessee talking about some white-only communities. We can't have an all-black wrestling promotion with no white people touch. I'm just saying. So, anyway, but that's the NWA. Let's get to AEW. Samoa Joe gets his second shot crack at Hangman. After Hangman Page won the match, he got his ass handed to him. And Joe explained why he did it. See, I can't change who I am. And very good 4-way match that he had last night with Lashley, Ricochet, and Hook. I knew Joe was going to win. Now, this is going to be the one time we see someone wrestle twice and they don't get the win. Because I don't see them getting the belt or taking the belt off of Hangman right now. AEW is hot and Hangman is champ. But at some point, we're going to have, once Ricochet gets out of this feud here, I expect Ricochet to challenge for the title. Plus, I heard Swerve Strickland, I think, may be coming back soon. I mean, I've been hearing rumbles about that shit. So, could we have a Swerve Strickland versus a Hangman Page for the title? You know. Now, anyway, but remember I told you Tony Khan does to put the pin in it. The next feud after this will be Hook and Samoa Joe. Hook said it. Yeah, Joe just showed everybody where I knew who he was. Hook has an issue with him being replaced. He was like, damn, my body wasn't even cold before you replaced me. So, plus we have Eddie Kingston. Because they're going for tag gold. I was crazy. I didn't see Eddie Kingston this week. Hopefully we see him on Collision. More Eddie Kingston, please. But I'm seeing that. Also, we still gonna have. I'm gonna be real with you. I like we still getting the Demand versus the Hurt Syndicate. I know a lot of people like, damn, when they gonna get past this? I mean, hell, they done beat them. No, I like it. See, people, we need feuds that it grows to be so personal that we have to have matches that discuss that. Give me 1 second, please. Oh, I hit it after I finish. Some BDSM stuff. Yeah, y'all want to understand this pro wrestling. Anyway, so I'm like I said, I'm like where they're going with that. The women's tag tournament actually started. The Sisters of Sin, aka the Triangle Madness, has moved on. They defeated Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm about to piss off a whole bunch of y'all. They have the best women's tag team division because they have distinct tag teams. Literally, distinct tag team. I mean, they just signed a female tag team. Now they do have the makeshift tag teams such as whoever, but they've been planting the seeds, booking it to where before it was even announced about a women's tag team title, you were seeing there was tag teams. Match was a good match. Interesting that Megan Bain mentioned that Vanellope Ford got hurt. And Megan Bain is still in the tournament. I might change my prediction. Now, if the reason why, because one, Maria Shafir. I've been saying when we're going to get some Maria Shafir in the title picture, especially the world title. I was expecting after this Mercedes Moné, Chris Statlander, which I don't know. I don't know what Trish Statlander. I don't see Trish Statlander losing, and now that's the second time you had Mercedes Moné challenge for that belt and she loses. Plus, you got the senior male title coming up, so I'm curious about that as well. But Megan Bain and Samira Safir, that I gotta go. Let me go look at these damn tournaments. Let's go look at the tournament, shall we? Hold on, wait a second. God dang it. Hold on, I'm about to find. Hold on. I'm just wait a second. I need to hold on. I need to look this up. Hold on. Google at AEW women's tag titles. There we go. I need to know. Let's see. Let me see. News. Wait a second. I was trying to see the damn. I'm trying to find the brackets. Hold on. So I can see who's all in it. And who's where. So I could really, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see. They don't have the brackets. Yeah, the quarterfinals. So anyway, when Maria Shafir and them got together, to me, she's a death rider. It makes no sense for you to put them together and they don't advance in the tournament. So my question is, who is? I'm trying to think. I think they're going against Willow and Holly Cameron. So if I'm correct, plus add to that, if you want to be honest, Maria Shafir and Willow Nightingale, they had beef. She also been having little issues with Megan Bain because of Holly Cameron. So if I'm thinking they're actually having a match, I think the original would have been, at first they was going to probably have Willow and them go over. Nah. Plans have changed. So, also, like I said, FTR gets another title shot at Brodito. I'm curious to see where it is with FTR getting the belts back. I'm curious because Wrestling Logic, because they did beat FTR, I think, to win the titles at some point. Or who the hell they beat to win the titles? Oh, they beat the Hurt Syndicate. So would it make it, to me, it would make booking sense if FTR were tag champs, because either one or two things will happen. Either Cope and Christian, because we haven't seen Cope or Christian. We haven't seen Christian in a minute. Come and they go after the tag titles because they have a win over FTR. Put a pin in it. Of course, I think Mercedes Moné as well as Athena. That's going to be interesting. I wonder how far they're going to go in the women's tag title tournament. At some point, if these two gonna face off. Because I'm just curious. So let's see what else we got. And then of course the Don Callis family. Now, I hope they don't drag this out. Actually, it should implode on Collision. And two, also, I'm seeing Don is siding with Okada. Let's make this clear. He's siding with Okada. So, if you know, he said you were the first one in, but you can be the last one out. So they supposed to have a match. Now, what's funny is they're having a match against the Acclaim, not the Acclaim. I'm looking forward to see it. Damn shame it like this. This is gonna be interesting because I gotta figure out. I know I do. I'm gonna be watching both at the same time. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm gonna be watching both at the same time. I tell y'all people, if you got a computer and a TV, how hard is it? Kind of programming my ass. So, but I'm so curious about that one because he's the IW, he's the New Japan Pro Wrestling champ. Of course. And then Okada, he's the unified champ. And it was funny, he was like, he wanted him to shake hands. Okada gave him the middle finger. And you can see Don, he's clearly like, no, I'm on Okada. See, I told y'all, man, it's interesting. It's interesting. So, oh man. So, trying to think what else was interesting from. Oh, and of course we got Blood and Guts made. The conglomerate will be going against the Death Riders. Continuation of Darby versus Moxley. They really, how can I put this? They ain't gonna break up the Death Riders no time soon. If people expecting to break up the Death Riders, think again, people. Think again. No, I don't see that happening. Not no time soon, people. I'm not even mad about it because I actually like it. Added something when you added Garcia. I like the interest in him and Yuta had. That shit was fire. Plus, also you freshen up with her, Maria Shafir going for the tag titles, you know. And two, with the Blood and Guts. Now I hope this kind of ends it. But I think Mox is going to quit doing the Blood and Guts. It seemed like the story that they've been telling. If y'all said there's no storytelling, it's not heavy on the storytelling. It's great wrestling, but not storytelling. He quit against Darby. He quit against Darby, right? Now, actually, let's go further back. He lost to Hangman. Twice. He quit to Darby. Almost tapped out to Kyle O'Reilly twice. Because the last match, Kyle O'Reilly was choking that dude out. It was a count out. So Kyle O'Reilly twice almost beat him. So the story they're telling, since y'all said there ain't no storytelling, is the Death Rider's going to start questioning Moxley because they be like, damn, you quit every time. Because understand with blood and guts, if I'm correct, it's you have to surrender. You have to quit. It ain't a pinfall. So imagine a scenario where they have Moxley dead to rights and he has to quit. I want you to think about it. See? So, yeah. So that's pretty much just stuff like I said. I don't watch Ring of Honor or anything like that. But if I did, I would talk about it. Now, I did want to talk about this before I leave. I have now found an appreciation for a guy, the current House of Glory World Heavyweight Champion, Charles Mason. This dude is damn good. He one of the guys, I guess, you wondered why he never made it to the big roster, but should he even go? Because his character, his gimmick, whatever it is, lends to the indies. The dude wears a straight up suit. At some point, he comes out the shirt, but he starts the match in the suit. He's very brutal. He's a pure heel. He's the root of all evil. Like, yeah. So I started to watch some of his matches, and I would rather see him live. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sometimes when I look at wrestlers, sometimes I wonder why they never made it to the big stage. I get WWE because he don't fit WWE. But AEW, MLW, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. That's just me. I'm just curious. So, but definitely loved him. But definitely like that dude. Like I said, I like heels. I like baby faces, but I like heels. Trust me, some of my favorite heels you wouldn't even believe. Part of the reason why I love Stone Cold because he was a heel that became a face, but never changed his heel's ways. Eddie Guerrero, he was a face that did heelish shit. That's why Dom gonna get over. You know, Dom is this generation's Eddie Guerrero. So, people. So I'm at the end of another wonderful Pro Wrestling Smoke. So let me give you some. First of all, but let me tell you what you need to know where you can go spend that dough. You feel what I'm saying? First of all, I have two wonderful subscription side of my podcast network. First off, the place where the conversation gets saucier, tits come out, dildos pop out. You don't know what might pop off unless you subscribe. I'm talking about none other on Loyal Fans, the Premium Smoke Room, people. I'm talking about now 5 premium podcasts. The newest podcast is being added that will be dropping this Saturday. Deep in Them Guts with Queen Bunny B. That's why she's doing her debut episode. She's dropping new episodes every Friday. Every Friday at 9 p.m. EST standard in the Premium Smoke Room. Also, the VIP Smoke Room, I open it up for the VIP. I've opened it up for the premium smokers, and I even opened it up live on X. Actually, speaking about that, I got 2 lives coming up in November. Oh, no, I'm sorry. In November. And no, hold on, I'm about to pull it up so y'all can see. First up, November 14th, 8 p.m. EST on my Twitter page. I am opening up the VIP Smoke Room Live on X with the beautiful and gorgeous Vivian Vibes, people. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about porn. We're going to listen to some music. She's going to tell me about her podcast that she's about to start, as well as she gets to answer questions from my followers on Loyal Fans, as well as my subscribers to the Premium Smoke Room. So please tune in for that one. And then the next following week, on the 21st, 8 p.m., I have the returning, the gorgeous, the beautiful Anastasia Allen Poe. She has been on the Premium Smoke Room numerous times. Y'all have seen her on the Smokers Lounge, where I'm bringing her back for the live in the VIP Smoke Room on X, November the 21st on my X account. We're going to discuss what she's been up to and catch up, you know what I'm saying? Get in some music, some questions, and some titties. There you go. There you go. There you go. Also, don't forget, I also got a wonderful XXX store over there where you can see my work as I give ladies their work because big dicks go in the sticks. Now, also on Spotify, I have a subscription side over there as well. I ain't talking about subscribing to my page as in following to my podcast. No, it's subscription. You put up some money, you get to hear some good shit. I'm talking about none other than two wonderful podcasts over on that side. I'm talking about Had to Smoke On, where I give my unapologetic, unpopular, and controversial opinions about certain topics. And the other podcast, the place where the men come to get their shit off. I'm talking about Savage Smoke, as I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers about the porn industry from a male's perspective. So whether it's you need that premium smoke, whether you had to smoke on it, or you want to see how the Savage Smoke feel, either way, please subscribe to The Smoke. Great content, will not break your pockets, and you get new stuff all the time. Also, don't forget about the flagship, STO, The Smokers Lounge. You feel me? I drop episodes twice a month on Mondays called Special Smoke. Tuesday, Thursday, if I don't do it every day, every Thursday is every other Thursday, I drop Smoke This Over, where I, talk about what's going on, you know what I'm saying? From the culture, the politics. Hey, I might even mention something about sports. You never know. And I talk about a little porn here and there. And then, of course, the crown jewel, Bonus Smoke Fridays, where I interview someone new, someone that you need to know when it comes to the porn industry, feel me? So please, smoke that over. So with that being said, how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Y'all have a good one, people. See you next week at some point. Out.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head.
Yeah. Bullshit. You.
Don't do the crime.
Born rap star.
What's up? This your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Kaun.
Live on the stick, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a point big. Back on my rap shit, no rap shit. Can't say shit. Just trying to be hood, but not dead in dick. Your boys can't watch from the sideline. As I get mine like a rip tide. Don't get carried by the rock slide. As I try to get my broke face like apartheid. South Africa. Top spot, I'm coming after your laughter. For the boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game. Ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same. The only thing that changed, I got some gray in my veins. I'm still the champ. I'm still the shit. It's all just the shit. Not even worth a comment.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head, no. Don't do the
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Pain.
Yeah.